What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into X-Force issue number 43. Now, like most X titles that are currently ongoing, this one is going to be focusing on the fall of X. The big question that everybody has been asking: where was X-Force during the Hellfire Gala of 2023? Because all of them were missing. Colossus, Sage, Kid Omega, Domino, Omega Red, Deadpool, Wolverine. All of them randomly seem to have just disappeared. Now it's time to find out exactly what happened to them. So make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into this issue, we are picking up with Colossus. Now at this point, it seems that Colossus kind of knows what's going on with him. Maybe not a full understanding just of yet, but he is feeling as if he is not himself. As though he is looking at himself through the wrong side of a telescope. He is seeming so far away, his words and actions separate from him. More than ever, he is feeling unworthy of the name Colossus. And while others would soon feel the same about him, tonight is the Hellfire Gala. Tonight, his deformity would be known to the world. This is what takes us over to Kid Omega, opening up his closet, having his husks. He had been using these husks, taking over their bodies, using them as if he were that person. Lucky for him, he has a younger version of himself in this closet. So doing a psionic download, essentially transferring his consciousness from one body to another. We see Kid Omega is finally back. But with him being back, he goes on to use his powers, and he sees that his powers are hugely dampened, that he can use them just slightly, but nowhere near capable of what he once was. There are a couple theories that we could go with on this. Kid Omega could simply have to get used to his new husk. With all that time being an old man in that body for so long, transferring his consciousness to a new body could take some time. But I seem to think that there is something else going on here, because we have seen him change his consciousness into a different husk before, and there was no issues with his powers. But while we wait to figure out what is truly going on with him, we pick up a little bit later. X-Force all sitting down having a debriefing. Colossus is letting everybody know that from now on, X-Force will stay off-site, that they will maintain a satellite presence only at this year's Hellfire Gala. That means none of X-Force is going to the gala, but they have cameras and everything in between. And in the unlikely case that something should happen, they will only be seconds away from responding. This is where we are shown Black Tom bringing up the brand new HQ of X-Force. Colossus saying that he will be the sole person at the gala for X-Force, the sole liaison. Now, taking us a little bit later, we pick up with Colossus on the rock side, a small cave opening, and with Colossus going inside, we see that he plants the seed. He plants the gateway, because his brother will soon be here to claim the future of mutant kind. While everyone sits around at X-Force, Domino decides that she's gonna go out for a little bit. She believes that she has something very important to go figure out. And so as we pick up at the Hellfire Gala, the drinks are being poured, and we see a conversation between Xavier and Colossus. Really, this is just a quick thank you for heading up X-Force. But while Colossus and everybody else drinks, we have Domino in the Savage Land, going and looking at the hut of Colossus, going through all of his paintings, trying to find anything. She sees that Rasputin, Colossus's brother, is definitely on his mind. But more than that, so is Kayla. All of the paintings depicting one or the other. Obviously, there is something going on, she has yet to figure it out. But while she is there, at this moment, the Hellfire Gala gets attacked. Nimrod makes his entrance, with Sage and X-Force ready on standby. The gala is under attack, trying to get in communication with Colossus. He said that they would only go in with his green light. None of this was part of the plan. An unanticipated plot twist, a broken narrative. The chronicler has no words, has no plan, until he finds a way to salvage the operation. Colossus telling X-Force to stand down, that there are many capable here at the Hellfire Gala, and so they must all stand down. Meanwhile, Domino in the Savage Land, she has gone to a blank area in the flowers. Colossus had told her to come here, told her to look for something, that Colossus needed her to find the truth. That way Domino could stop him. As she begins to dig, this is where she finds the body of Kayla. She knows that Colossus would never do something like this, but it doesn't change the fact that he did it. Now, as we pick up with X-Force, they are preparing to head out. Not caring what Colossus has to say, they are gonna go stop this attack. As they head down the stairway, Colossus is there confronting them, but he is not here to stop them. He is here to lead the charge, but he doesn't take them towards the Hellfire Gala. He takes them down to that cave. While they are heading down there, Domino gets in communication with Sage. Lets it be known that Colossus cannot be trusted, that whatever he tells you, don't do it. Sage is also wondering why Kid Omega isn't using the full extent of his powers. Now, he's panting, saying that he's saving energy, but he hasn't told everybody that his powers aren't working properly. As they get into the cave, this is when they are all ushered into the gateway. He says that this will take them all right to the heart of the battle, that there is still a chance to salvage this. And as they get through the gateway, this is when they are met by Rasputin, the brother of Colossus and his amassed army. Not sure what the meaning of this is, because this is not how the evening was supposed to go. Colossus telling X-Force that their plans have changed, that everything has changed, and he doesn't know where they go from here. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. This is an interesting turn of events. Now we see exactly why X-Force wasn't at the Hellfire Gala. While the mutants were being attacked, Colossus was leading them right to his brother. But obviously that attack is now in full stand down. There could be a multitude of reasons for this. Now, right now, my assumption is that the Chronicler is changing things. You gotta remember, the Chronicler isn't necessarily a bad guy. Rasputin simply has him hidden away in a pocket dimension. He has absolute control over him, or at least so it seemed. But maybe, just maybe, the Chronicler waited for his opportunity. With the attack on the Hellfire Gala, this changed the plans drastically. And in this moment, it could have gave the Chronicler the opportunity to change the story, to change Colossus' story. Because instead of a full-scale invasion, Colossus and the X-Force were brought right to the gate. They went through, and now we can assume that the gateways don't work any longer. Because after the Hellfire Gala, it didn't take long to shut down the gates. But now X-Force may have to face against an entire army. And these guys are no ordinary dudes. We have seen them a handful of times, having very unique abilities, working almost like Russian nesting dolls. When one of them dies, another one pops out of its stomach. These things can get smaller and smaller and smaller till they are microscopic. They got detachable limbs, they got all the good stuff. These guys are definitely not a force to be messed with, and with Kid Omega's powers really being out of order right now, Colossus not sure on what side he's on. The situation has never been more dire for the X-Force, but at least for the time being, they are still alive. So let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to get completely caught up on everything going on with the Fall of X and X-Force, check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It will get you completely caught up on everything going on with this series. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. If you are unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.